Now, the Orbi 960 is a mesh Wi-Fi network. It has 3 different devices it's going to come with. One's going to be the router that you mainly plug in your internet into, and then there's going to be 2 other satellites that you kind of spread around. I put one in the room that we really needed at, and then one a little bit further down for when guests and things sort of come in to make sure I got coverage across the apartment as best as possible. They effectively sync up real easy with just a one-touch sync button. This button also works as your WPS button for those that want to use devices where you hit the WPS and just instantly connect them. That's where you're going to want to do that. It doesn't say that directly in the manual or in the firmware in the back end, which I will talk about that in a moment. Performance-wise, it really cleared up that video issue that we had in the other rooms. Quite frankly, internet has been excellent all across the board, and we have seen those increased speeds. We have gig speed internet coming in, and really having Wi-Fi 6 has really sort of increased that. Now, we don't have too many Wi-Fi 6E devices, really just my smartphone, my S23 Ultra kind of has that and takes advantage of that. Now, everything with the Orbi is really focused through the app itself. The app is pretty basic. You get pretty much a simple information, a simple management, certain things you want to change around. Now, you'll get an alert anytime a new device comes in. It will actually give you an alert and it'll scan it to make sure that everything's okay with it and kind of let you know what's going on. I literally got like 20 to 30 messages when I first got everything set up. It was kind of insane. But every time you have something new, it's going to give you a little bit of notification and a little brief report to let you know what's going on with it to make sure everything's sort of good. Now, if you want some of the advanced security features, you're going to have to get a subscription with the Netgear Armor to get some of those extra parental controls and security features that you may be looking for if you really want to keep things tight and secure. This is monthly, I think monthly or yearly subscription options available with that. So just kind of keep that in mind. Now, as far as like logging into this to a web browser, that's left to be desired just a little bit. It's a very basic function. It's not a whole lot that you can do back there. You can do a whole lot, but it's not the easiest to navigate around or the cleanest look. And I would kind of say that from my perspective, because I just came from using one of the Netgear gaming routers that had the Doom OS on it, and that had a lot more sort of a better interface and features to easily navigate around. This is just very kind of almost bare bones. And I like to see Netgear kind of update this and give us a little bit more. I know you want to go through the app, and that's really good for the most basic of features, but for some of us that are more advanced, we may want to get in the back end and really be able to set things up, and having a nicer interface would be a whole lot easier to get those type of things completed. Now, having a range of different devices connected into here, most things that a lot of folks out there would use. I have a ton of the smart speakers and streaming sticks. I have my computer plugged in directly, a few other devices like a NAS, all that stuff plugged in directly. Everything works harmoniously well together. I haven't had any weird hiccups or something that can't connect. That ability to be able to easily just connect my old network right back up with the same username, password, everything, just like that, just connected right through. Everything has been so smooth and a great experience. The laptops have been smooth. Internet's been just fine on those. On my phone, just good as well too. And it's the only device that I have Wi-Fi 6E to kind of test that. And it's been blazing fast when it comes to speeds on there. But overall, if you have a range of different devices from all different versions of Wi-Fi, because this is backwards compatible with old Wi-Fi 5 and whatnot. So if you have that on there, you'll be just fine. And overall, all my devices have worked wonderful. I can't really complain too much about it other than some of the nitpicks that I had with the software and web interface in the back end. And I will say this, like for the price point that this is, because this isn't a cheap device, as of talking about this right now in the video, I think it's roughly around $1,500 for the system. So this isn't cheap. I would have liked to seen in terms of the Ethernet ports that they give you. They only give you like one 10 gig port, but that's really for your internet coming in, and then they give you a couple of 2.5 gig ports on each one of the satellites. I would have liked to seen those to all be 10 gig across the board, or like more, maybe 1 or 2 10 gigs and 2.5 gigs. There shouldn't be anything less than a gig on these, given at the price point. So I would like to kind of seen them add that there, but I would recommend this if you are in for the best internet and Wi-Fi possible and you're looking for a really good system. Can't go wrong with this. It's just a pricey system, but overall, I give it a thumbs up because, like I said, it's been a set it and forget it experience.